and welcome to another episode of the Good Keyboard Friends podcast. Simon was just sneezing.
I think I still have to sneeze.
Oh no.
This is episode 15 of the Good Keyboard Friends podcast.
Welcome, everyone.
I am one of your hosts, Hubert the Man. We have our other co-host, Simon, and we have our esteemed guest, Remi, here.
Hi,
welcome.
Remi. James and Tangus are not here because it's like 2 a.m. over there in Denmark.
Yep.
But that's all right.
Believe it or not, it is late. Although, like, you can see daylight outside. It's because it's summer, so the sun doesn't go down until like 10. So, yeah.
For those of you that are watching the video version, I am in my dungeon, aka my basement, because my AC is broken. So it is what it is.
Yep. Congratulations. So, I know Remi's the guest, but like, I'm so curious about like what the hell is going on. Okay, so like, did you just like show up at home and like AC won't run?
The past couple of days, we had it last year, but it fixed itself. But the past couple of days, I guess it just got exhausted because it started blowing hot air instead of cool air.
Okay.
So what we did was we turned it off. We gave it like 30 minutes or so, and we turned it back on. And it used to work after that, but now it's just blowing hot air. The good thing is we have two furnaces / AC units, one downstairs and one upstairs. So it's the upstairs one that doesn't work. But unfortunately, that's where my office is. So that's why I'm in the basement. I got quoted. We were talking about this real quick. I got quoted from 4 different companies. The first was 19 grand to replace everything, just the upper with the furnace and everything. The second was 17 grand. The third was 12 grand. And then the fourth was 13.5 grand. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in terms of AC. So I think we'll go with the 13.5, but I don't even know if that's normal. Like I Googled it and apparently it's okay, but
I mean, it depends like what area you're cooling. If like upstairs is just a couple of rooms, you can get a couple split units and they're not that expensive. They're like a couple grand each. Like you're going to lose like the central air version, but you're going to have room control, which is in my opinion more powerful. But you'll have like you'll have multiple like outside units, basically the radiators. So like for each of the rooms, like that's a workaround. I presume it's very expensive because they got to get like in the walls and change something. Because like if it's the outside unit, that's a couple grand. If it's the inside unit, like those can get expensive. But if you've got 2, they're spec'd for a smaller size. How the fuck do I know all this?
How do you know this?
I don't know. Help.
But how do you know this?
I don't know. I think I watched one DIY like installation video for like AC once, and I absorbed all of it.
Well, fuck. We can talk off stream or off episode, but yeah, man. I want to touch real quick on what everybody has been doing so far, because it's been a while since I've talked to Simon, and it's I haven't talked with Remi.
Hi.
Through video. But Simon, how was the motorcycle class? Because last we talked, you were doing your motorcycle endorsement class. So
I was. It was great. We were outside all day. Sun was the most aggressive sun in the history of Minnesota. I got like real burnt.
Oh no.
On my face as well, but like I'll be all right. We did all right. Made some friends. Everyone passed. Met some nice people. Tangus is no longer getting that audio interface because reasons.
Yeah.
I ran into I made like an acquaintance at the motorcycle class, and we were chatting. And he's like, "Yeah, I got to drive up to the cities to pick up an audio interface because me and my band were recording tonight, and the thing blew up. Like smoke came out of it. I'm like, oh shit." And he's like, "Yeah, I got to drive up and drive back down. So that's like 3-4 hours, maybe 5 hours that he's just gonna lose." I'm like, "Hey, well, I got like a Zoom H6 at home, and like those are like $250. I've had it for a long time though. I'll sell it to you for $50 because they don't make it anymore, you know?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So he came over, showed him the stream room, showed him keyboards, and sold him the audio interface that Tangus was supposed to get. So Tangus, don't worry. Listen, like together, the Good Keyboard Friends podcast, with the assistance of like whoever wants to assist, we can hook Tangus up with like a decent little like $200 setup where it doesn't sound like he's screaming into a cactus.
Remi, last episode, Simon described Tangus as screaming into a water balloon underwater or something like that. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah. I remember like when I was watching, because I've been keeping up with the podcast. And
Awesome.
It's not the most recent one though. Tangus, yeah. Might want to work on his audio quality a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, the dude's trying.
Hey, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, you know?
Yeah, we got it. I mean, if we consider, realistically, if we consider that, like, we're on our 14th, 15th episode?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not that many, realistically. Like, if you consider, like any, like, channel, any, like, anyone that makes content, your 15th video doesn't mean shit, you know? That's still real early. So, you know, we're still working out the bugs, you know?
Yeah.
Eventually, it could be exactly the same, but, you know, at least Tangus won't sound like somebody's, you know, force choking him through his microphone.
God.
Yeah. All right, Remi,
how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Hi. So, believe it or not, this is a podcast where we have guests and we talk to the guests, okay?
Yeah.
So Remi's our guest.
Hey, I was entertained. I think we should just have an episode of just like Simon explains air conditioning stuff. I was thoroughly entertained from the air conditioning talk. Okay, like we need an air conditioning episode.
I'll have to watch like another 45-minute long YouTube video that'll like somehow magically retain all of it.
You just like started saying things.
Yeah. Has that ever happened to you? Like you're still young-ish. You're in college, right?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But like even at your age, like I'd have that sometimes where like out of like the randomest like trigger, I'll remember like the entire theme song to a cartoon I have not seen in 20 years, like flawlessly. And it's not something I chose to remember. It's just something that like my brain latched onto for some obscure reason.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Does that ever happen to you?
I'm the type that like remembers really obscure information from like 6 years ago that I don't know why I know. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning, but I can remember like, I can't name anything specific, but like there's just stuff where it's like I start talking about something, I'm like, where's this coming from? Like,
okay, why so it's not just me. Okay,
why can't I use this skill for other things?
Right? My ass was like, hey, like, Kate will come in and be like, did you remember to do the laundry? And I'm just like, fuck.
But I can fix the AC unit.
Yep, totally.
But you can fix the AC unit.
I mean, I can fix a lot. I don't know. I like just knowing how to fix shit. Even if it's stuff I've never needed to fix, it's just nice to know, like, just like get a feel for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And you can learn more about the viewers. You can learn more about that in the Good Air Conditioning Friends podcast. Coming next week, right now.
Yeah.
Look it up.
This is secretly episode 0.
Yeah. 12 episodes have already been out. You're behind already. You got to catch up.
Oh shit. That's a good segue though, Simon. Remi, have you always been someone that likes to work with, you know, just things? Because I know you're going to college to become an engineer.
Yeah.
So did that play into it?
I didn't know you were doing engineering.
Dude, Simon, everybody's a fucking engineer. That's
I know. Yeah. Roll a fucking D20 and like every single option is engineer.
Yeah. It's so about like tinkering with things, right? As a kid, I was like, the very first thing I remember doing with like messing with stuff is a toy Nerf gun that I had. Like, I took a back in the day, there was like, I think it was called like the Strife or something. It was like an electric one, and I took it apart and I like modded it and like added I don't remember what kind of battery I added into it, and like changed like the flywheels and everything, and I made it fancy.
Damn.
I don't know where it is now, but that was like the start of, I realized like, okay, I like taking things apart. I like messing with things. And then I didn't do anything related to messing with stuff for like 8 years after that. until I got into keyboards. So I guess maybe I'm like a big fan of tinkering with things.
Oh yeah, I believe that, like, you kept that monster hidden inside, but now it's got something to eat.
Yeah.
As long as you give it something to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to go blow my nose.
All right, go ahead.
Have fun.
So how did you get into keyboards? What was the first keyboard you got, and then how did it get you into like designing? Because we know you as a designer amongst many other things.
When I first got into keyboards, so here's the story. I used to play Fortnite on an Xbox One S series or whatever it's called when I was like 16, no, 14, 15. Young, pretty young. And I used to like use the controller that I had for it, and I'm like, okay, this sucks. I don't like using a controller for shooter games because it's inconvenient and awful. And so like I started researching online. Hi Simon, I'm talking about Fortnite.
Goodbye.
No. So like I used to play Fortnite on the Xbox One S. And I found out that they added like keyboard and mouse support to Fortnite. And like once I had that set up, or like, okay, no, I saw that. I'm like messing things up. The timeline. So I saw that they released keyboard and mouse support for Fortnite, and I went, okay, that's neat. And so I tried plugging in like a shitty USB keyboard, and it did not work for some reason. And so I went, all right, I gotta get a keyboard for this. And so I went on Amazon, or maybe it was in person, I don't remember, and I got a RAZER Black Widow.
Yes. Tournament edition? Tournament edition?
No, the tournament edition wasn't out yet, I don't think. I got like a full size, god awful KAILH RAZER greens. Amazing. I love it. I ended up harvesting them and putting them in a different board because I love just trash tier KAILH greens.
I thought you were going to talk shit about my RAZER greens. So I'll have you know that I actually have a fantastic collection of not KAILH but Greetech RAZER greens.
Yeah.
That were never actually put into any boards.
Yeah.
They are so fucking good.
Dude, oh my god. I don't know what RAZER was on when they were like getting people to make the greens, but I like the KAILH ones. I like the KAILH ones.
They were on. So the Greetech thing was, I think KAILH like wouldn't succumb to their demands, whatever demands. So they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make it with Greetech now." And Greetech probably got real fucked in this situation because they went out and actually produced molds, and they were real fucking nice switches. I mean, like basically it was like what I consider like virgin mold like switch. So like I had Greetech blacks that were right after a fresh retool. They were so fucking good. But these Greetech RAZER greens, the stems, great. The housings, fantastic. The click, it's still a click jacket clicky, but in my opinion, it is the best click jacket clicky. The best stock click jacket clicky. Like Aristotle stems are awesome, but like the housings, if like you breathe on them slightly more than 5 pascals, they just turn into dust. They're real fucking nice. You should try them. You should try to find them.
I should.
I'm like, I would commit some acts for some more Greetech RAZER greens. Hit me up.
Yeah. But so back to my story. I got KAILH RAZER greens, and I use them so much that they are incredibly smooth, and somehow none of them lost their click. Like I know like click jacket switches tend to lose their click. None of them did. Like they're amazing switches. Like they're incredible. I don't remember how I felt about them when I first got the board, but like at least over time they got like perfect. And so I had that for like 4 years until around 2020 or late 2019, I think, where I thought like, hey, I want to upgrade. This is a full-size keyboard. My little desk that I used to play Fortnite on is kind of small. I need more space for Fortnite. So I built a 65% stacked acrylic board.
Oh yeah.
And it was an awful one.
Oh
it
no.
was terrible.
I mean, most of them are very, very bad.
Maybe I have the time wrong, but I put boba U4Ts in them, and they were terrible. Maybe it was like more like 2020 then, or 20. I don't remember, but God,
People fucking love those boobas.
They're miserable. Like I used them for like
I've tried them. They're like
I was like crying out how terrible they are. They're terrible.
Yeah. They're mid.
I even lubed them with like 205 G0 on the legs.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Like on the Switch. Like it was bad.
Okay,
it was really bad.
Wait. But like, I mean, traditionally with a tactile, like you only want to lube rails and you only want to do oil. Was it like so bad that like even if you had done that, there was no fucking hope? Oh, was it the mechanical connection between the legs and the leaf?
Yeah.
Oh, so like Utemu grays with polycarbonate housings. These never saw the light of day. I have like a bag of prototype switches.
Yeah.
They were so fucking bad. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Because like I lubed them, and the tactility of one switch was like half the switch next to it and double the switch next to that. It was terrible. It was bad. It felt like if you took a like a variable weight real force, normalize the weight, and then just scrambled them around.
For those of you that are not familiar with a variable weight real force, so real force in their infinite wisdom made it so when you use a keyboard of theirs, that is the wrong camera. That is also the wrong camera. Did I not turn on my overhead camera? I did not turn on my overhead camera. Okay, imagine with me a keyboard, a TKL. They made it so the keys that you have to reach with your pinky are lighter weight than the ones that you need to press with your other fingers, which like seems kind of cool. But I will let a sticky note left to me by one of the greatest Topra collectors probably in the world when he sent me a gorgeous 86U. He had swapped those back to the original domes, and he had sent me a baggie that had the original domes and said original domes and then underlined twice shit. And I was like, got it. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know.
Because as we all know, the thing that determines the ideal weight for a keyboard is the strength of the finger typing on it. Of course, obviously. Yes. And because pinkies are the weakest finger, they need 35-gram domes.
Oh, man.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So, after that, after I got my awful stacked acrylic, by the way, like, it was bad enough that, like, the acrylic layers were almost, like it was jagged. It was bad.
Oh.
It was rough.
It was the hand
really
CNC
rough.
special.
It was the hand CNC special. I don't remember what it was called. I haven't seen it in like months. I don't know where it is. I don't want to see it again.
Do you know like ballpark? Are we talking about like a $50 kit or like a $200 kit? What I'm asking is, was it made by Clavier?
It was like a $60 kit, I think.
Okay, so it was like, okay, that's fine.
That's fine. I mean, that's a decent amount of money when you're like 14 years old. It's like, okay.
I don't know. You just got to step up your business, dudes. You got to be on it.
Yeah.
You got to get ahead of the curve.
Well, I eventually did, because the next board I got was a Duck, whatever the Duck TKL is.
Orion?
Yeah, Orion V2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was nice.
Lines up with your timeline.
Yeah. And it was like, it was so nice. And then I sold it, but it was nice.
Did you just build it with the like the normie like silver plate?
It was a plastic plate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so you got the polycarbonate version then. It would have been frosted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was
that
like,
nice,
I built it with, I think, Ergo Clears
Nice. Okay.
This time I didn't put any lube on like the legs or
on the
whatever.
legs.
I left it. I put 3203 on the side things.
Yep, on the rails.
The rails.
That's all you need. And I presume you lubed your springs and you're good to go.
Yeah. It was nice. It was a good board. Well,
So
I have it.
I've tried Ergo Clears, and like Ergo Clears are kind of like an OG like classic, because like way back when you had MX Browns, but you had MX Clears and they were way more tactile, but they were like fucking 100 grams.
Yeah.
Keep in mind the way that Cherry measure grams is incorrect, because a
Yeah.
spring has a number of grams. A switch can actuate at any point depending on the switch. So that's why we all measure springs in bottom out. So when I say 55 gram, I mean 55 gram bottom out. When Cherry says 55, they mean 55 actuation, which is wrong because it's always plus or minus 20 anyway. So it's a fucking lie. Anyway, people were getting the clears and they would put lower weight springs in them, and those are Ergo Clears. So a lower weight but more tactile variant. And I've tried those, and it never fucking clicked for me.
I love that.
I can't. It doesn't work for me. I think MX Tactile is just unsavable. Unironically, I tried the Halo, the mass drop, whatever the fuck, the thing that was meant to simulate Topra. That was the one fucking tactile MX switch that I have tried and actually like.
How?
Now for reference, the only here's what I like in terms of tactiles. I like neon green Alps, the ones where it's fucking $12 a switch. Good luck, kiddo. I like brown Alps, where at this point it's probably $8 a switch. Oranges, salmons, all those not tactile enough for me. Don't like them. I like Topra, but not classic Topra. BKE swap, classic BKE, out of a Sony board, which is like 60-ish, 65-ish grams. That's what I like when it comes to tactility. Or give me tactile with a click. Give me a nice Aristotle, a nice vintage Aristotle. You get a nice cherry bottom on it. You get nice deep click out of it. I like that. That's what I'm into. And for me, when I press an MX switch, it just feels like scratching. It doesn't feel like tactility. And that Halo switch was the one fucking switch where they got closest.
Yeah.
Is as much credit as I'll give them.
Huh.
They got closest to actual tactility, because I believe MX tactility is a fucking lie. It's not tactility. It's scratch.
Have you considered that the scratch is pleasant?
Listen, I have met people that have said, and I quote, "I like the scratch." I'm referring to Sierra. Very 2017 thing. Don't worry about it. For the one person that gets this reference, hey.
The singer? Sierra the singer?
You are not the one person.
All right.
There is literally one person. I know who they are. They're going to see this. What's up?
Sure.
I'm not going to say your name just to keep Hubert fucking guessing.
Yeah, I don't know, Simon. Just get more whimsical, dude. Just start liking like goofy tactiles.
I've been so historically disappointed with new switches, and people consider me very boring when it comes to like my switch choices. Like if I find something I like, I'll give you an example. My friend Paul came over when I was still living in Dubai, and he brought me a single factory lubed GAT Pro. I pressed it one time, and I said, I want 1,000.
Yeah.
That's it. And then I built every fucking thing I possibly could with that because I loved it. And at the end of the day, I think I have less than like 50 now because I ended up giving them all away because I'm such a nice fucking guy. And now I have none. This is how it always fucking happens. There's a switch I really like. I get a lot of it. Eventually, other people like it. I feel bad having all of it. I end up with none of it. I need to stop fucking doing that.
That's what happens with your springs too, right?
Yeah, my nice Korean springs, they're gone. Now
Yeah.
people still reach out. They're like, "Hey, can I get some?" I'm like, "Bro, if I had some, I probably would still give them to you, even though I should know better." All right, so thing is, I'm into shit like that because, like, I guess like during when I was experimenting with switches, maybe the switches were just way fucking worse because like Zeal switches were big, they were dog shit. Pandas were big, they were dog shit. And I understand everyone watching, when I say dog shit, it's hyperbole. I don't actually mean dog shit, okay?
Yeah.
I've used them. It's fine, okay? GAT inks probably broke me. I got the first run of GAT inks where when you opened up the switch, like sometimes it happens, like, you know, the stem will fly out and like the spring will have come out. The leaf jumped out of half of them while I was opening them. They were trash. They were literal trash. They were the most expensive switches I had ever purchased. And I purchased them for cheaper than anybody else on the fucking planet because KBD fans accidentally set the wrong price on them. And I purchased fucking 3 sets of them just in case. And I got them for that price. And like, I think like 2 or 3 other people did. And they were dog shit. Actual dog shit this time.
Yeah.
And I tried other stuff. And like, I've always been so fucking disappointed. MX tactiles, that goes without saying, fucking dead to me. Not even fucking close. Linears, sure. But like, good linears? Like, the last good linear was GAT Pro. Looped.
Yeah. Because
for me, a good linear needs to be primarily consistent. I need the springs to be consistent because I don't want to fucking open it up. 2, smooth. And the factory lube on them was great. And 3, sound great, which they did. They were very full, very deep. Kind of locks you into like sounding deep, but like you can kind of work around it. Yeah. And it's not a bad problem to have. I'd rather have a switch sound too deep than like, you know, too high pitched. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I don't think we haven't like I'm trying the new generation of GAT X lubed. When I get the 21XX for review, I asked Upas to just like send me some.
Yeah.
See how good they are.
Yeah, let us know.
But like I'm not very experimenty. I don't know. Like are switches that much better now?
MX Browns have always been good. You're just like on the wrong side of history.
Whoa! Okay. Well, okay. There we go. Remi has just proved to all of us.
MX Browns are good. I don't know.
All we need to know. Hey, listen.
Ergo Clears are nice.
Okay, here's the thing. Wherever you sit on either side of the fence, what he just said, yeah, he's got it.
I'm on the right side of the fence. You're just on the wrong side, dude.
There's no wrong side.
We're waiting.
There's no wrong side. It's a fence. If I'm looking at it from this side is left and this side is right. But if you're looking at it, it's the opposite way. It's the same fucking fence.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
My perspective is more important in this case.
I don't know. My eyes are very good at perceiving.
What if you're blind though?
Just use MX Browns until you like it. I don't know. Yeah. Have you considered that you're just wrong?
Okay, but like you saying use MX Browns until you like it is like the equivalent of wipe your ass with sandpaper until you get used to it. No, let me be comfortable.
I don't know.
Dude.
I'd eventually get used to it. I feel like given enough time.
Well, yeah. I mean, like turning real dark real quick. Like you know, prisoners of war got used to torture, like surprisingly quick. Like human beings can get used to torture. Yeah. Maybe like let's sort you out with like some nice switches. How about that? Guys, let's sort out Remi,
like MX
okay?
Browns.
So he doesn't have to fucking use
like MX Browns. Yeah.
Is that what you use for your next board after the dust?
At least fucking get like some GAT Browns or something. Like they're a little bit smoother.
I've used Gateron Browns. They're not as good. They're not as good.
Wait, they're not as good? They're better.
Dude, they're so much worse.
Okay.
They're so much worse.
Okay, I'm actually like genuinely curious now because like very clearly there's something about it that you like and I hate, and let's try and figure out what that thing is because like the difference between GAT Browns and Cherry Browns is not massive. Like a GAT Brown is like a little bit like more round of a curve as opposed to a little bit more sharp of a curve, right? Would you say there are any other like major differences between those two switches?
I'm tapping it right now. I have an MX Brown board like right next to me.
Yeah. Do you have a GAT Brown though?
It's like on the other side of the room, and I'm like wrapped in cables. I can't.
Okay. Well, you might be the only man on this podcast with a Gateron Brown board, and like we might need to science this. Like, I'm actually real fucking curious.
Oh no,
because this might solve like the great divide on MX Browns because like I might be onto something.
Yeah.
I might actually be onto something. Like there might be like the one particular thing that like immediately splits everyone on MX ground.
I see they're on like the other side of they're in a bag right now, so I don't have any boards built with them because I hated it.
Yeah.
So like,
Are they just clear top blacks?
I think so. I haven't checked. I forgot.
Or
I haven't used them in a while.
are they full nylon, like full black?
They might be full nylon, I think. Maybe. Are
I mean,
they?
those are the better ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot,
Okay.
but it's fine. I just need to start using them more. I don't know. I think it really is the scratch. I think it's just like they're just a little bit more scratchy, and I
mean, yes.
like scratchy switches. So,
I mean, that's a good problem to have. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I wish I had that.
Yeah,
I like that'd be amazing.
It makes it feel more like mechanical. I don't know.
Ooh, okay, fair. How's your experience typing on like buckling springs? Like, you try that? You like that?
Honestly,
Like just a Model M.
a little heavy, but
Okay.
it's good. It's good.
Okay, but like mechanical like feel, right? It's there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe.
and
Yeah.
what
And
about
I like blues?
I mean, everyone likes blues.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, wait. Everyone should like blues. Like it's classic enough.
Yeah.
Like it's the it's too hard or too expensive to get like Blue Alps instead. So let's get some blues. They're a little rattly, but hey, it's fun. They're for funsies.
It makes them more mechanical.
Yeah, no, I get it because like I love clickies. Like not all the time, but like sometimes like I spot a board, like literally I'll open the box and be like, this needs clickies in it, just from like vibes. I'm like, this needs clickies.
Yeah.
And I just fucking love it. Like clickies go hard. So
I have this
kinda get it.
I have this like like the Caerdroia or however it's pronounced from AKB.
Yeah, the Caerdroia.
However it's pronounced.
What's
one
that Muse song? The Knights of what is it?
Redondo Beach.
What?
Shout out Californians.
Knights of Sidonia. Okay, yeah, it's that. It's called the Sidonia. It's not. But as of now, it is because I can actually say that word.
Okay. But like I have it built with MX Blues on the thick like PC plate.
Oh
God, oh my God, it's so nice. It's so good. Like
fuck, I'd want to get more clicky on that. I'd probably go like box navies if it's a thick plastic plate.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna really deepen up that click like a lot. So like I'd want an even louder click.
Yeah. But it's so good. I have like right now I have CRP on it. God.
Nice.
Oh, it's so good. I tend to build boards based on like vibes. I don't really plan things out. I'm just gonna be like, okay, that seems like it'll be good. And it worked out really well. And it's great. But
is that the like first run Caerdroia?
Yeah, like the R01.
Oh.
That was like, or not, I guess it's technically it's an R1. It's the 50 unit one that was like an in stock. It was nice. It was a nice board. It still is. Like I pull it out from time to time.
Yeah.
Normally I just use my F1, but yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Okay. Tell me about your F1. Did you get it during the original Korean buy?
It's an F1 V2. It's not a V1. Okay. I went through a whole journey with the F1. Like
everybody. That's why I asked. Like every F1 story is fucking wild.
Because I built it. It's the SMKX edition or whatever the one that was like the in stock sale that was bright red. It's right here. Hi. I built it at first. I had it, and I think this is like the anti-Simon build from the way I built it because it was plateless F1.
Okay.
Ergo Clears.
I literally tried that exact build.
Oh really?
Oh,
yeah.
Did you like it?
The issue. No, because it was a prototype plateless mechanism for the original V1. It wasn't even a V1 basically.
Yeah.
And it was real fucking sussy, and the clips didn't like clip the PCB well. And by that I mean they were way too tight, not like way too loose. So like you lost like a lot of like mobility. And then I went low weight tactiles or low weight linears. Actually, I went low weight clears, but they were GAC clears.
Oh.
But that wasn't the issue. The issue was the plateless implementation. It was too early. It was so bad. It made me hate the F1 for so long until I rebuilt it.
Yeah, it was a fine build. I had like GMK on it or whatever. I think it was GMK. And like it was fine. Like I worked with it. It was good enough. But I eventually rebuilt it with the aluminum plate.
Yeah.
But also with Ergo Clears. Again.
It's a whole other experience, right?
And it was fine. It was fine. Like it was good. And then I just like I was typing on it and I started looking at like sound tests of MX Blacks on Alu and everything. And I was like, I'm just gonna build it with MX Blacks. And yeah, it's best with MX Blacks on Alu. Like that's like the best build for it. Like it's kind of, I don't know. It's boring,
right.
but it's the best.
It is the best.
Yeah.
It is the best. I never did any of my builds that way, but I had another F1 that belonged to a friend that gave it to me to build it for him, and then proceeded to not pick up the keyboard for 4 years.
Fun.
That keyboard, I presume, is still with Paul because I gave it to Paul. I'm like, if he ever shows up, here's his F1 build. That was the only one I ever built with MX Blacks, and it was the best fucking build.
Yeah.
And like, I tried so hard on my builds.
Yeah.
But MX Blacks Alu plate on like the V1 plate on like the V1 fucking F1. Oh god, it's so nice.
Fun.
I'm so sad I don't own an F1 anymore. And
Yeah.
I know that like Gian is a friend. I could literally just be like, could you please mail me an F1 and he'd do it for free. I want to find an original F1, you know, from like the original run. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never
with the
never
cursed
typed on that.
anodization.
Mhm.
You've never typed on an F1?
Not with
Really?
MX Blacks. MX Blacks on Alu I've never typed on. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, most people will like try really hard to avoid that build. I mean, I know I did.
Yeah.
It's just the best.
But it is. I mean, for a lot of like Korean boards, and that is like one of the most Korean boards, like it's more modern, sure, it's gasket, but like they were always optimized for MX Blacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always fucking optimized.
Well, tell us about the Penguin and the other designs that you've designed. Do you get inspiration from other designers, or does it just come to you?
Well, yeah. So about the Penguin and all that, it's interesting. It kind of relates to how like I first got into designing, which I will now tell you.
Yeah.
When I first got into designing, it was like just a random decision, like a spur of the moment thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna design keyboards now. And so I downloaded Fusion and I downloaded the open source XYZ TKL or whatever it was called. I think it was XYZ TKL, which is like an open source TKL. And I went, okay, the first thing I'll do is give it like a Jane style back weight or like bottom plate. And so I tried and it was awful. Like I was doing the thing where I like tried to like extrude it up, but
and it went through the other thing.
No, like I was so just hopeless at it. I ended up missing like the chamfers and like fillets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I ended up with just like an overhang and I'm like, how does this work? Why can't I figure it out?
Yeah.
It took me like months.
Oh wow.
Because I was like stopping it. I was like unwilling to look up external sources on how to do things. It's like I'm gonna brute force this. I'm gonna get this done.
Yeah, like surely I can figure out how to keyboards.
Yeah. And I eventually like did. And the way it kind of like relates to how I design boards now is a lot of times I just go in without really any inspiration and just I think like, okay, well I want an 8K board that isn't a frog. And so I go into Fusion and just mess around until I have a 8K frog or non-frog board, which probably isn't the right way of doing things. Probably is like a terrible way of doing it. But that's just kind of how I do it. I just go into Fusion and just decide to design something, and then it's there eventually, like a couple hours later.
Oh, that's cool.
God, I wish I could design. I don't have the artistic part. I have the other part. Like I know how to use the tools to do the things,
Mm-hmm.
but I lack the creative part. Fuck. I don't know.
I don't know. I
I
think you
like
just
the
have to brute
artistic
force
part.
it. Yeah.
It's the artistic. It's the artistic, not the creative. I can be creative. I can't like do the thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is why like I don't know, for my designs
Mm-hmm.
and for those of you watching in video, there you go. All the quotation marks. Like I'll have an idea in my mind and then I'll convey it very, very poorly to somebody that's actually capable of designing it, either through MS Paint or words, or napkin drawings.
Yeah.
Me and Paul have done a lot of napkin drawings. Me and Gian have done a lot of napkin drawings, because like these are guys that like I've asked, like I don't fucking know how to do this. Gion's like, can you figure this out? Mechanically, I don't know how this is supposed to work. Like I understand like in spirit how it's supposed to work. The keyboard goes like this, not like this, like this.
Like the NWO 5000 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like even before that, like the I-69, the ISO, I'd go to Potter and be like, okay, I want to make it more stupid right here, and I draw a red circle. And that was literally it. And like he'd be like, "What do you mean?" And like we'd talk through it and like make it that way.
Yeah.
Until eventually it was the correct amount of stupid.
Yeah. I guess that's the advantage of like starting to learn Fusion and stuff in high school when you have a ridiculous amount of free time and you just do whatever. Because that gave me enough time to just brute force my way into it. And now I am somewhat competent at Fusion and can go from the brain prison to a keyboard eventually. Which is cool.
So I have a question, because like you joined the hobby what I would consider relatively late.
Yeah.
What other people would consider early. It's all perspective.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that came in and like started making keyboards fell into a lot of the traps, a lot of the bullshit, what I consider the bullshit traps, foam, meme cuts, gasket. You came out and you're like, I'm just gonna do like a nice clean top mount board.
Mm-hmm.
How did you not get like seduced by the dark side of the hobby? Oh, sorry, wait. Let's try that again. How did you not get like seduced by the dark side of the hobby?
Oh, audio listeners, you're missing out.
Great shot there. That's like cinema. But I think it was, I got my Duck Orion 2.5 secondhand, like a few, maybe, I don't know, sometime after the group buy. And it was you, Simon. It was you. I stumbled across your videos and you were yelling about foam or whatever. And I went, okay, I'm going to listen to this guy. Because I saw a Hipyo tech video and like, I didn't like his personality. He made me angry. Like irrationally angry.
And you were okay with my personality out of all the fucking people.
I don't know. Like Hipyo tech. Like I saw like some foamed up build. And then I saw a Hipyo tech video. By the way, no hate to Hipyo tech. Actually, a lot of hate to Hipyo tech, but like, in a friendly way. In a friendly way.
Yeah.
One moment.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. But, oh god, I don't like Hipyo tech. I don't like him. And I saw his video. No, he made a song, I think. Like he wrote a song about keyboard group buys, and it was such an awful song that I was like, I need to go the complete opposite direction of this guy.
Exactly.
Like I need to go so far on the other side.
You need to get to the Dixie SoundCloud account where he's got mad fucking dope rhymes. Have you heard Dixie? Of Dixie Mech fucking rap? Because I have.
Garrett can rap?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll find it by the end of this episode.
Send me a link. I need to hear this.
Oh yeah.
But
I got you.
I saw Simon. No, it was. I don't remember. It might have been like things I love about the keyboard hobby or something. What that series? It might have been, but that might have been like a couple, maybe a year after. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
recent now that I think about it.
Well, okay, no, I say recent, but my ass hasn't made a video in like a year up
Yeah.
until like quite recently. So like, let me like figure out when that was.
Yeah, I know I got into your like streams and stuff.
Okay, so those were about
that.
2 years ago. So that was 2022-ish. Was
Yeah, it
the
was a bit
series of
before
what I
then.
love, what I hate.
Yeah, so a bit before those videos came out, I got into your streams and I saw you yell about keyboards at the peak of like COVID, and I liked you a lot more than Hipyo Tech. In my mind, you and Hipyo Tech are like you're the yin and yang of the keyboard hobby, two opposite
Oh, yeah.
ends. And
Yeah.
I went over to the light side of MX Black Swan Alu and no foam and designing for some reason. It's great. It's great over here.
That's so cool. Well, obviously, no one's watched this right now. Maybe
Yeah.
it's gonna come out before this episode comes out. But Moods and I talked about why everybody loves Simon so much.
I'm
And it's
sad
true,
I
dude.
missed the Moods episode, dude.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. But
I was real sad.
it was hot as fuck, and you were already out for like hours, so it makes sense. But yeah, there's something about Simon. Like, you're not a hypocrite. You're yourself, and it's refreshing because everybody else is different. Like, everybody else is the same, similar. I mean, they're scared to maybe say their own opinions, or they say things nicely because they're paid by somebody or somewhat. But we all love Simon because you just say what's on your mind. So
For me, I think it was the repetition of you saying that you don't have any sponsors. Because you say that a lot.
I need to say it more.
You need to say
because like
it more, yeah.
it's like people need to understand like what I mean when I say it. Like, understand me when I say something. The words that are coming out of my mouth have so much more value than anyone else's because I can give you absolute proof that like nobody has given me a fucking dime. What I say is what I believe. It may not be what you believe, but at least it's what I believe. And that's really, really fucking hard to get these days. Way harder than you think it is. Like, you got to be careful where you get information these days. And I'm not talking about the keyboard hobby. I'm talking about the world in fucking general.
In general,
everybody is fucking bought and paid for. Anybody that creates content, it is bought and paid for. Nobody creates content for free except for people that love creating content. That's the only reason why I fucking show up. That's why I'm sad when I miss a podcast episode. Even though my ass was sunburnt, my arms and legs were noodles, and I had to sleep in the next 12 minutes or else I wouldn't be able to wake up for work the next day. But I still wanted to be on the episode.
Yeah.
So like, keep going. So keep going with like on stream, like being like, hey guys, did you know there are no sponsors on this stream? Guys, did you know I don't have any sponsors? Did you know I don't have any sponsors? There are no sponsors. Just go on. Just do an entire stream of that, actually. Just say that for an entire stream.
Just a full sellout stream.
Just a full sellout stream. Get really close to the camera and just yap about not having sponsors.
Oh no, it's not even that. I'd prove it by just talking shit about every single brand.
Yeah.
Like we like people would just drop brands in the chat and I'd be like, yeah, let's talk shit about them. Let's find all the bad shit this brand has ever fucking done. Let's fucking expose it. What am I gonna fucking lose? I'm not bought and paid for. I don't want anybody's fucking money. I'll take money from you guys if you guys want to like support me and like support the community. That's fucking fine. I know like, people that like have a job, go to fucking work, come home, have a family, have fucking those are real fucking people. I want money from people. I don't want money from fucking literal fucking like black box sponsorships of you got to read these words and you better not fucking fuck up or say anything bad about our company for the next 85 years or we'll sue you. Fuck all that shit. I want to say what I believe. I'm allowed to fucking give all the opinions I want.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a good thing. But you should consider having this is something I'm bouncing around in my brain right now. You should consider doing a stream where you go out of your way to take as many sponsorships as possible and then just get all of it out beforehand. Just talk about how much you hate everything beforehand, and then take a bunch of sponsorships and then sell out permanently. And so you have it all out, and then you can embrace.
Yeah, I don't want the money.
The horrors of capitalism.
I'm good, dude. I like it may sound like bullshit or wishful thinking. I don't want that fucking money.
Mhm.
I don't want it. Like genuinely, I don't want it. Like I haven't been paid in fucking 2 months. Like I'm having like me and Kate owe more than we have right now. Shit's real bad. I don't want that money. I don't want that money. I don't want that kind of money, dude. It's not right. You know? Like I'm not a religious person or whatever, but like I understand. Like it's kind of fucked up. Maybe like I don't want that fucking dirty ass money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, not a lot of people don't want like to have dirty money, but something that's also dirty are coffee beans.
Okay,
that was so good. That was so good, dude. And you got to it before me because I was plotting to secretly take over the sponsorship segment.
And still fucking talking. Okay, bye.
You ruined my scheme.
No, Remi.
I was plotting.
I was thinking that was like, is Remi leading, egging him on? No, it's unfortunately the
got to it before
J. The J Roastery thing ended in June, but I just want to say
Pride Month.
Yeah. Thank you to Jay, because not only did he do the 10% off with the code Flamingo, but he keeps repping the podcast. Like it's as if we were paying him, but we're not, because Jay's just a solid fucking dude. But yeah, what were you thinking? What was your segue into the sponsorship?
I was gonna try to do something. I don't know. I was trying to like just find a little lead to get into it, because I was egging him on. Yeah. I was like, maybe I'll get a little thread, but no,
I fucked it up.
No, you got it. You get it. You win, dude. You win.
Oh man.
If I drank coffee, I would drink your coffee only. Okay. I endorse your coffee. Put it on the website, right at the top. Remi from Keyboards supports your coffee. And your coffee only.
Yeah. He's just a good dude. I saw he tagged he took a picture with James and Tangus because they were all at the GMK.
Oh, in Germany?
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I'm sure there were some unscrupulous people at that meetup too, and I don't want to get too much into it because I think we're going to talk about the GMK meetup in a future episode. But it must be interesting to go to a meetup and have like super cool people, but also people that aren't super cool, and how they mingle and stuff like that. But are there many meetups that you've gone to, Remi? Like in general?
I've gone to, like last year I went to a Novel Keys meetup, and that's it. Like
tell us about that, because I've never talked to anybody that's gone to a Novel Keys meetup. Wait, not because they're not popular.
I mean, it wasn't a Novel Keys meetup. Didn't they like take over a meetup that was supposed to happen, and like it was like canceled? The Novel Keys.
I don't really know. I don't know.
That might have been another one.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, because like I remember that happening. Okay,
it's like the Keyboard meetup or something, or whatever generic like branding-esque name of it.
Yeah,
God,
it wasn't like a meetup. It was. It was like it had a lot of keyboards there that people brought, but it was a little bit too un-meetup-y for my taste.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, it was big enough that it wasn't like tiny. Like I would prefer like a tiny meetup.
I don't know. A big meetup is always nice, but it's a different vibe. It's a completely different thing. Like if I'm going to a small meetup, I'm gonna take like a couple like really, really fucking nice keyboards. That, when I say really fucking nice, I mean like something I poured my fucking heart and soul into that like in my mind is worth like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Take those and put them down and disregard them and just fucking hang out with people the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And then like go to like whatever we're doing after. A large meetup would be very different. I'd bring, a variety of boards, nothing super fancy, but, try and get people to try specific things. stand next to the boards basically the whole fucking time, help people, talk to them, and then like hopefully get a chance to fucking, when I say a lot of boards, like if I'm gonna attend a big meetup, I'm gonna bring 20-25 boards. Like I'll organize it in such a way where I can do that. Like whoever's running the meetup, I'm gonna explain to them like I want to have like a good selection of like very nicely built boards that like I've worked on for people to get like a variety of typing experiences. And if I have to pay more to like get more boards in, that's fine. And I'm pretty sure it would be all right.
I was offended when I went because there wasn't a single stock HHKB, and that's wrong. There should be a stock HHKB at every meetup.
I don't own a stock. I've never owned a stock. I've only owned stock HHKBs up until like the screwdriver started turning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, I don't. It's lubed.
Yeah. Like, I know there's something like I don't know that much about UC, but I know like the domes have changed somehow. But I have a Pro Hybrid Type S, and it's so good. It's so good. It's oh my
So
God.
I prefer the hybrid non-Type S, but manually lubing each and every slider to the Type S. It's the same vibe, but a teensy bit louder.
Yeah.
Which is really, really nice. As opposed to like the standard where it's a little bit more plasticky, a little bit more rattly, and just as loud. So like you kind of get all that loudness, remove the rattle, turn it into a Type S sound. I like that personally over it. I don't know. I haven't fucked with Chopra for a while. I ought to, you know. Like
yeah, I love Chopra. It's so good.
It is good, and like I feel bad that it's been so long that like I haven't really fucked with Chopra. Like my hybrid is my media center keyboard. I have a Mac Mini that I stupidly an M1 Mac Mini that I stupidly bought with 8 gigs of RAM, thinking, I mean, like at best I'm going to open a YouTube window or like open a RuneScape. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Before realizing that because it's an M1 chip, it's shared RAM with the GPU.
Ooh, oh, yikes.
So get fucked, kiddo. So like I up and still till today, I have like hardened Firefox, 2 browser add-ons. I have uBlock Origin and Sponsor Block and D-Arrow, technically. And very often YouTube videos can't play. Things get slow. The mouse takes forever to move around. I got to force quit the application. I got to reset the Mac. There are no other applications running or installed whatsoever.
Damn.
God. So that's where my HHKB is. It's just like cursed to like be friends with that fucking Mac for the rest of its life. Because unfortunately, it's the best. It's the best enthusiast wireless keyboard for a situation like that, in my opinion. It's the best wireless keyboard.
So good.
It's got the best battery life, the best feel, the best sound, the most functionality. It'll pair to fucking 5 devices now. It's great. It's light. You can fucking like shove it between couch cushions as long as it's off. You're chilling.
I truly am of the opinion that every single person in the keyboard hobby at one point should own a stock HHKB of any type.
Yep,
like
it's on my list.
That's like required.
Yeah. For me, I'll add realistically any generation Model M, as long as it's like not falling apart. Everyone needs to try a Model M. Hubert, what do you think?
Yeah.
What's the one board that like every single person needs to try?
Damn, I can't even think of one. Yeah, HHKB is good. Model M is good. Fuck, maybe a foam board, even though that's heresy, because everybody likes the foamy.
No, I get it.
I
get it.
I'd agree.
I get it.
I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head right now.
I think
the one board.
I think it would be nice, like not at least required, but trying an F1 or like a nice Korean board.
Yes, a nice Korean
really
custom.
Necessary to like understand the hobby and where things
a
came
nice
from.
F1, a nice duck. if like you can get something like more modern, like a nice, like a Spider, something that's like very classic, very fucking Korean, like untouched. If you have the means or know the right people, an OTD, a CL, a Corsa, CLS. Well, I mean, I can't wait to go touch the one fucking CLS in this country. The one CLS I'll probably ever touch.
Wait, where is it?
I cannot disclose that information.
Oh, all right.
A friend owns it, and I will visit him happily. Not even for the board. I don't even need the board. But the fact that like the board alone is good enough reason, and he is good enough reason. So I'm gonna go handle. There's fewer than 10 actually. Like there need to be fewer than 10 at this point. Like existing CLSs, the low carbon steel OTD CL,
so
steel
good
edition, and they were all like powder coated and like, oh, fuck me. I don't know. I'll wait and see. I like it. It's always spoken to me. It's always drawn me in, and it had nothing to do with how rare or valuable it was at all. It was just conceptually what I was into, and it was the thing that inspired me to start like potentially making and or designing keyboards. I was the i1, the Illuminati one, the keyboard that is still not out because it's still not good enough. There is one prototype on the planet, and James owns it. Because I had to sell all my keyboards to be able to afford, moving continents. But that's the only one on the planet. And that's a Fitman Proto in aluminum that's been brushed to look like steel.
Yeah, I remember watching this stream where James built it. What?
Oh, James built it?
I think so.
Let's fucking go.
I think he like, I don't think he soldered it, but like he did like just dropped some switches in and goofed around with it for a moment.
Yeah.
He's going to be upset by how little flex area there is under the PCB on that design.
He might have. I don't.
He's going to have to build it stiffer than what I would like it built at, basically. Like, I was toying around with wild shit. I got acrylic plates built.
Oh, fun.
1 millimeter acrylic plates, which
that's crazy.
Just so you understand what 1 millimeter acrylic plate is like, it's like this. It's like paper. And like if you bend it, it cracks and falls apart immediately.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to find the feel, the specific fucking feel that I want, and that was real close. Okay, that was somebody else's iPhone.
I heard like a quack.
It was you.
What
it was your iPhone. I know that sound. That's the sound that my Proton Mail makes on my iPhone.
Oh, that's
what's the sound?
I mean, if
make the sound with your mouth.
It's Patreon
based.
Oh, now I can't. Okay, it's fine.
Send an email to blacksimon@blacksimon.tv.
Oh no, my phone disconnected. Hold on.
It's fine. It's fine. Hubert, do it.
We're getting back.
Send an email to blacksimon@blacksimon.tv.
Oh, you're telling me
we're back?
Yeah. Do you think I have Siri?
Do you think I would talking to your phone?
You think I would enable a thing that allows my phone to listen to me?
Yes. What is it? Black Simon what?
@blacksimon.tv. Watch the microphone. I'll pick it up in the end.
Welcome back. Wait, it keeps saying, please insert valid email. What's going on here?
blacksimon@blacksimon.tv.
What's going on?
Not a valid email.
I don't know. There we go. Oh, I'm trying to recreate the sound. All right, here we go.
I'm sending the sound, so he's emailing me.
All right, here we go.
I can see you use Gmail.
Oh, that! I thought it was like a quacking sound. I legit thought it was like a quacking sound.
All right, and you have sent me an email saying, as I think the pronunciation there.
Yep.
Oh no, that was the subject. Okay, the content is. I guarantee you that's exactly what it says. I would show it on the camera, but like your name is in the sender thing. So we're not going to do that. I nailed that pronunciation. We're going to put the original text in the description of this video.
We'll do it.
And you be the judge.
We'll do it.
The first one was not great. The second one I fucking nailed.
Don't you have an EC project, Remi?
Yes. Okay. So 480p is what it's called.
Yeah.
After like the resolution. No reason why it's called 480p. It just sounds neat, I guess.
Well, I mean, 480p, P, you know, we all know what P is. 480, you remove 60 from that, that's 420. We're 420 penising it, baby. I mean, come on, it makes sense. 60%, boom, 420.
I should rename it to that.
Come on. How do you think I named the I1? Why do you think there's only 31 units? What's 100 minus 69? Oh, come on!
Lore.
Wake up, sheeple.
I think I'm gonna rename the board to 420 penis. That'll be the official name.
Oh,
I think that's a good idea. So yeah, about that. It's a ECTKL, kind of a copy of kind of a clone of a lot of boards I like just mashed together.
Yeah.
The bottom is like the top. It's a keyboard. It kind of just looks like a keyboard. But it's a project.
And to be fair, like what Remi's like, you know, it's inspired by a lot of boards, and there are a lot of elements for a lot of boards. I know that like I don't know if it like still holds up as much today, but like people will get like upset and offended when like somebody uses the same like design elements as another board. But it's like the keyboard hobby has now gotten to a point where like not all of, but the majority, like keyboards have been keyboarded, dude. Every keyboard's gonna look like another keyboard. It's a fucking keyboard, dude. You gotta put a chamfer on the front. They're gonna be like, oh, you're doing a cherry board now, kiddo.
Dude, no way. Cherry lip, that's crazy.
You have a plate on the back. You're making a Jane clone, a Jane killer, kiddo. Are you making a copycat, buddy?
Yes.
I know where that's from.
But like, it's a fun, like, okay, like you can make something unique.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude,
But like,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want a keyboard that like I can like type on and keyboard, you know, that like sound good and feel good, then don't cost $1 billion, you know, and like don't have like all the foam and fucking rubber in there. Okay, I like steel. I don't like rubber. Okay, I like it when the metal goes in the other metal and holds the other metal in, and then there's another metal on the bottom that's big and hefty. So when you hit it, it sounds good. That's all I want. Okay, that's all you need the majority of the fucking time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring up the drama, but something like that.
Oh no, I think I know what you're about
with
to talk about. Yeah.
With James and James.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna bring it up.
Don't mention like the person or anything, but it's kind of funny.
Oh, did somebody pull are you making a copycat on James?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good luck, dude. You're definitely on the right side of this thing. James is like a literal fucking angel. Good luck.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that you're doing EC, man. Like, is it just like you say, you feel like you want to work on this project, so you work on that project, and then when you feel like working on the other, you work on the other, or do you have like a structure? Like, I need to finish this.
No structure at all. No structure at all.
That's how I am. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't plan anything.
Yeah.
So I plan the wrong things.
What do you plan?
Like when you guys said that, I'm like, oh, you know, I have structure. I kind of like restarted NWO 5000 so I can hopefully IC by the end of this year. So like Gondo's in, he's doing the PCB, he's doing it pro bono, so like as agreed, because he's a fucking solid ass dude and he understands that we just want to fucking make something nice. And like all he's getting out of it is like I'll like out of my own pocket send him a keyboard, like one of the boards. So, and then I got James and Gondo, and if needed, escalate to Gion working on like the mechanical bits and whatnot. I lost track. Sorry.
No, it's the Keyboard Avengers. It's pretty cool.
No, I lost track of what I was fucking.
Oh, you're talking about who's all doing the NWO 5000? Yeah.
No, No, before that.
Oh, you don't plan
Just
things.
planning
Like
and like
structure.
structuring.
yeah. So, if I open up my calendar right now, it has every single Good Keyboards Friend podcast lined up, ready to go, as well as like all the A-roll, all the B-roll, all the scripting for my videos. For the record, I call it scripting. It's not scripting. It's just like writing down like my notes of like, all right, talk about like this particular like sound quirk. Talk about like how I hate the port. Talk about this, like just like the key points. And then like I'll have the intro of like where I have the specs, so I can just like read them while like the shit does. Okay, so that. So that's all there. And then there's the Good Keyboard Friend podcast, and then there's literally nothing else. So it's not every day. It's like, kind of packed, but this doesn't count my streams. This doesn't count the fact that like I work and all that other shit. But the NWO 5000 thing was me literally creating 2 Discord groups, one NWO 5000 case, one wait, no, did I only create one? You know what? Let's fucking find out. We're gonna need to redact everything up until this point, by the way.
Okay.
Please write down the exact timestamp because my full name and address was there.
Okay.
As well as like attachments on the right with like financial history that I was sharing with Binder. I was trying to find the Dixie rap, and I was sure Binder had sent it to me. So here's, I'm going to. What am I looking for?
NW 5000 chat group. The 2 groups.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. I need to open up some other chat that doesn't have sussy shit in it. You know what? Fuck it. All right, there we go. So actually, it's just one. It's NWO 5000 basement, and I dropped everyone in there and was just like, good luck, guys. Figure it out. That was my whole fucking plan. I'm like, here's the files.
Yeah.
Here's where we're at right now. We couldn't figure this shit out. This is too stupid.
Yeah.
And then I dropped like Gion's version of that, which is like,
holy fuck.
Oh no. There
what
you
the
go.
fuck?
That was Gion's version of it. I'm like, okay, cool. This is supposed to be open sourced, my dude. Like, people need to be able to like get the files for free and then like go to a manufacturer and make it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to spend $1,400 making one fucking keyboard.
Yeah.
The NWO 5000 is one of those boards that like I know it's only in the concept stage, but like, or it kind of exists, but it's one of those boards that's like a dream board of mine. It's like, just like a good Cherry 5000 clone. It's so good.
I mean, I'm sad because like we can't make it 10 this way, like the original one. Yeah, you're getting called on. Fuck, I know that sound. That's not Teams?
Of course, you know that sound.
Nope, you're wrong. Not Teams.
What is it?
It's actually a notification.
Slack?
Nope. You're wrong again. It's a notification I set on my phone because I have trouble going to bed at a responsible time. So I set my own bedtime.
Yeah.
And I force myself to like start winding down. Time. Now
that's smart.
Today's an exemption, but
that's good. I should fucking do that.
Because if I don't, I end up at like 4 a.m. and go, okay, well, I guess I have to get up at 7 anyway, so might as well just.
The only thing that I do is like
time management.
I mean, I'm okay with time management, but like in terms of like now is the time to go to bed. Like I have the thing where like my screens will like cut out the blue light slowly over time, but like some nights, like I don't know, sometimes I'll be watching something and be up to like 2 a.m. and be like, well, it's 2 a.m. I got work to do because it's 9 a.m. in Dubai, so fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna stay up. And then there are other nights where like at 7 p.m. I'm just like, see ya, gone. So
what do you do to wind down? Because I had some of those nights like last week. Every now and then I get on some weird tangent, like some very, very emotional tangent, and I'll watch like the most emotional America's Got Talent or The Voice auditions, and I'm crying at like 3 a.m. in the morning. I don't know how I get there, but I always get there every now and then. But yeah. What do you do, Remi, to kind of wind down after a long day?
Honestly, like it depends on the day, but usually I go for like a nice walk, which I don't know if that's like what most people do to wind down. But for me, I like to take like a nice walk when it's starting to get dark out, and it's like, it's nice. And then sometimes Sometimes if I'm really bored, I open up like FL Studio and just start goofing around.
Oh.
And then I get in bed and go
Making
to
the
sleep.
beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garbage beats because I have no music knowledge or anything.
Oh, it's
But-
fun. I mean, like so far, just based off track record, just by like banging your head against the wall on that one, this motherfucker's gonna be fucking DJing sets in like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing I want to get into, like DJing and everything. Oh, so cool. It's so much fun.
I DJ'd in high school for a small radio station
Holy fuck!
that had very little reach, and it was just
That's
for
sick.
funsies. Like nobody listened. Like
Yeah.
like at any point, we maybe had like 1 or 2 people listening, but like we had vinyls in there. I mean, we had CDs, but I just play the vinyls because come on. I had a terrible, not radio voice, but like radio comportment. I was like really shy, really embarrassed. I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
talk much, stuff like that. I don't know when that changed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it probably changed like when I took theater in school, and then took advanced
Oh.
theater, and then took like big advanced theater after that. I don't know what it was called. It was whatever was above advanced theater.
Bigliest advanced theater.
It's crazy because like with like music and everything, I'm gonna call myself out for being cringe. At one point in my life, I like only listened to game soundtracks for
Honestly?
a long period of time. Like I
That's
was
legit,
only
though.
into game soundtracks, and then
What was your-
about 2 years ago, or like a year and a half ago, I listened to Björk, Vespertine, that album, and it
Oh.
changed my life. I loved it so much, and then I
Yeah.
ended up getting into music a bit more. And
Okay, wait. I'm gonna stop you right there, Remi. Put a pin in that, please. Like,
yes,
let's not lose it.
yeah,
Hugh,
pin.
what's like the album that had like the most like dramatic, like life changing effect on you?
Oh man, I need some time to think about that.
Okay, I mean, I'll talk about mine. Mine is
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
it's like not an exact answer, but like I'm not gonna give specifics, but
Oh,
like.
shit.
I was going through like a real fucking super rough time. Like real like imagine the lowest possible low and like a little bit lower than that. And I started listening to a small Philadelphia rapper named E-Dubble, who is not small. The dude was like 7 feet tall. But it's just like the giant, the biggest, cuddliest fucking white rapper you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And like his vibes, they're all like rapping about like everyday shit. He had what I listened to specifically was he had a series where every week on Thursday, he'd write a song and rap it on Friday. So he'd get like a little bit of preparation.
Wow.
And he did it for 54 weeks.
Yeah.
Flawlessly. A lot of them, the majority of them, if not close to all of them, are straight fucking bangers. Fantastic. And the way that I consumed all of that was probably in a weird fucking way, because like a lot of it is like real emotional shit, real like day-to-day shit, and you know that's what I was struggling with, was like
Yeah.
day-to-day shit.
Yeah.
And it made me real fucking sad, but it made me sad enough to be able to actually be sad on the outside as opposed to just being sad on the inside, and I was able to just fucking push through it. And it allowed me to just, you know, break through all of that and just fucking move on. And it was fucking amazing.
Damn.
That's
How
sick.
did you find that?
I don't
Like-
even know. I don't even know. And the funniest thing is, I continued listening to E-Dubble, and when I moved to Dubai, I got a lot of friends into E-Dubble, and we'd listen to his shit on Spotify all the time.
Yeah.
And he put out an album, and I think like 2021, 2022, and I forget the exact line, but he said, "I got motherfuckers in Dubai banging my shit," and I knew that it was only me and my close
way.
friends. and E-Dubble died not long after that from just from like an infection, because dude wasn't super well off. Dude, he like didn't go to the hospital. He died from an infection.
Wow.
Fuck. Shit, dude. Well, I'll let Remi go before I go, because I still need some more time to think about it. But holy fuck.
So I like, before I got into like actual music, right? And this story I'm about to tell is nothing in comparison to Simon talking about all that. That's
I was like, fuck.
I was like,
dude.
I was invested. That's
Yeah, I can't
incredibly
think
like
of-
interesting.
Yeah.
Amazing story. It's wonderful, but or not bad that he died, of course. But like,
Yeah.
it's that's powerful, you know.
Yeah.
For me, I used to listen to like a lot of game soundtracks, as I've said, a lot of like the Xenoblade games, Final Fantasy, a lot of like, you know, kind of JRPG stuff.
Yep.
And then I listened to Vespertine from Björk, and it was just wonderful. Like, it was so far from boring pop music that I would like. Pop music's great and everything. I love pop music. It's good. But I think like it just kind of like changed my perspective on music, because I never got into it. And then I heard Vespertine, and it was like so much depth and layers to it. It was like, what? How does this exist?
Yeah.
And then from there, I started listening to a little bit more like specific genres. I got into like hyper pop. I'm a big hyper pop person.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of Sophie. I like some of the work of like 100 gex, you know, kind of just weird, wacky kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I got into Sophie. I got into like 100 gex, a couple goofy things, and from there I got into like JPEG Mafia, like Peggy. He was good. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Scaring the Hose, that's a good album. I like it.
I have now made the connection between JPEG Mafia and Peggy Thursday. I never knew those two were connected, because
Oh.
I don't know what I don't listen to that kind of rap. It
Yeah.
kind of just like, I don't know. It doesn't compute. Also, apologies. I went to go wash my face. I get real fucking emotional when I talk about like the E-Dubble passing away, because it's like one of the few people in my life that like hurt me that much, because they were like so positive, so great. So I always get real fucking choked up. But like I can't get into like other kinds of fucking rap anymore.
Yeah.
It's real hard. Like once you discover, I don't know. For me, like I'm into like only two kinds of like rappers, like super wholesome rappers, and then like super lyrically talented rappers, like Eminem and above.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like lyrical talent.
Yeah. I got into that. I got into Peggy. And then I got into a little bit of like, you know, just some like rap. I listened to Kendrick for a little bit, and then I listened to Igor.
Kendrick is good, and I could never get into his music. Like I understand.
Good.
I understand how good he is, and like my mind can't get into it. Like Kendrick got a fucking Pulitzer. He's the only rapper to ever get a Pulitzer.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's, to me, like, I artistically like respect his music. It's incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it kind of gets a little bit, it's awful, but boring to me. It's kind of boring.
Maybe.
I can get bored of it.
Maybe.
I think it's I don't know. I think it's just a personality, not a personality, but like a personal preference thing.
It's a vibe thing. Like I like his type of vibe never like worked for me, but like I was able to like listen to it, like read the lyrics and be like, God damn, but like, you know, like it's not smoothly flowing into my brain like it should be. It's like harsh. It's harshing my vibe, bro.
Yeah.
It's basically like it is a vibe thing.
Yeah. By far my favorite, like, never mind. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But then I got into. Sorry, I'm thinking about music now.
Well,
I got
here's the
into,
question: then. Are we allowed to talk about Kanye in 2025?
I
I'm
mean,
so
like,
conflicted. I'm so conflicted.
I mean, he's like full on like. How do I say this without sounding like hateful? He's a full on nut job now. Like he's crazy now. So like,
I mean, he's always been bipolar, and
yeah,
I'm intimately familiar with the condition without
yeah,
going into any more fucking details.
yeah.
So like, I get it to some degree, but also it's kind of a failure of those around him not being
Yeah.
able to set, boundaries for stuff like that. Because when somebody is manic, they will say, I am God, I am the
Yeah.
prophet, Heil the Dark Lord, whatever.
Yeah.
They'll say anything. Do they truly believe? We don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. They shouldn't be in that position. They shouldn't be given that platform.
Part of it.
My only take has always been the dude should just make music and shut the fuck up about everything else. That's
I
it.
think it obviously intersects with politics, but viewing it from a completely trying to view it from like a lens that doesn't go through the politics and more just like the situation. It definitely he ended up very quickly surrounding himself with people who just let it go by and were he surrounded himself with the and of course you can't entirely he's bipolar, he has a lot of stuff, but he ended up falling into a crowd that supported that, and it just
Well,
kind
yeah.
of had like a mounting effect on itself, and it just like
Yeah. Well,
snowballed.
you say supported that, but like in reality, when uh, from my own experience dealing with somebody like that, you only fit into two categories: the category of do you care about this person or do you not? And if you
Yeah.
care about this person, if you're a true friend, if you're a true anything, you will do whatever is in your power to keep them where they should be as much as you can.
Yeah.
Like dealing with people that have many kinds of fucking conditions. You do what you can. Not everybody's going to be okay with treatment. Not everybody's going to be not everybody's going to what's the word? Follow instructions. Not everybody's going to be reachable. It's hard work. It's hard work. It's real hard dealing with that kind of shit, especially if it's somebody you care about, where like you want them to get treatment, but then them in their own head, they're like, I don't want to get the treatment, and that's what they truly believe, and like the treatment makes me feel this way or that way. You know,
That's
it's fucking hard,
that
and it's it, it's sad because it just tells us that there was nobody there that cared enough to just help out the person. You know,
It also, yeah, but in the case of Kanye, there was of course a degree of there are people who were around him that treated him as a novelty or politically advantageous to a degree.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, not a fan of his music at all.
I like Graduation. I thought Graduation was good.
I've heard like 1 to 5 like popular songs that had him in it that I liked.
Yeah.
I think, but like I've tried listening to his albums. No, didn't click with me. But like that, I mean, that's kind of the deal. Like I understood the kind of person that he was, where he was like very anti the music industry, very anti the system that was set forth, which I respect. That very cool. But I also saw all the other shit, so I didn't care for him as a person. But I forgot I forgot my entry into this again.
You'll get there.
We can't change the past, but do you think if his mom was still alive, it would have been different? Because that obviously affected him a lot.
I mean, just medically speaking, generally, it's you've either got it or you don't, and it either triggers at a particular point in your life or it doesn't.
Yeah.
That point could theoretically be triggered by a traumatic event. So it could be either way, but generally it starts earlier, like at childhood, but it's real hard to figure out. It's really, really hard because like kids are kids, kids don't act like adults.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on from Kanye stuff. I listened to Igor from Tyler the Creator. Love that album. It's just incredible. I have a rate your music page, not because like I like rating music. I've only been into music for like a year. I've only listened to like 200 albums total. I'm very much like a music virgin. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think for music, like my 5 out of 5s, or 10 out of 10s or whatever. I have 3. Vespertine from Björk, because that album is just a masterpiece. Magdalena Bay, Imaginal Disk. It's a bit more recent, but it's nice. And this niche, like, album made by like a furry that has like 20,000 followers on Instagram or whatever. It's called A Lonely Sinner from samlrc. Great album, like incredible. I don't know what was going on, but amazing album. It's instrumental for the most part.
Nice.
But those are like my 3 top albums. It's,
All right, so I don't know any of the 3. Like, I know Björk.
Yeah.
Like conceptually, but like I don't know any of those 3 albums. Are they like the second 2 sounded like more electronic?
Yeah.
I presume. Okay, like just like give me like ballpark genre, just like vibes of like each of the albums, because like I don't know any of them at all.
I'm not good with albums, but like Vespertine is. It's how would I describe it as a genre? I don't know. I can't describe.
No, it doesn't need to be genre. Like, for example, explaining like Toxicity by System of a Down, right? It's hard. It's very passionate. Guitar is good. Drums are fucking good. The vocalist, he's got like a very stereotypical Armenian voice, but fucking nails it. It's very anti-establishment. A lot of heavy imagery, but also some like low points that are like a little bit more emotional. And the more you pay attention to the lyrics, the more you ask questions. That's Toxicity. Give me like, you don't have to give me that much detail, but like just like ballpark help.
Vespertine is a very like romantic album. It's very much like an intimate sounding. A lot of the lyrics are quiet and like very like it's about the album itself is about Björk. I'm pretty sure it's about Björk and her falling in love with her husband at the time before she divorced him, or he divorced her. I don't know. But it's a very like. It's a type of thing where there are some sounds that you don't know how they were made, like that type of thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where it was like, what is this?
Microtunnels.
Micro
instruments, whatever the fuck.
I don't even know. It's crazy.
And no, that's good. I got the vibe. That's great. That sounds amazing. Okay, I'm actually gonna
listen.
I'm gonna write down this album. What's the album called?
Vespertine Björk.
Vespertine.
You might like it. You might not. I loved it. It was amazing.
No, I'll try it. I mean, like, I've got like super nice like sound setups for like listening to this kind of fancy shit, and I rarely do, but like that sounds like a great album to like sit down and like have a couple glasses of whiskey and just like relax in dim lighting and just not think about anything. That sounds
amazing.
great.
It's amazing. Imaginal Disk by Magdalena Bay. It's not even a year old, but I love it. It's like it's a very like, I guess it's kind of, I don't really know that properly what like the meaning of a concept album is, but like in my mind, it's the definition of an album that has like because there's a very linear story to it, and each song flows into the next song really well, and there's a lot of like disco influence. That's cool. Yeah, it's very unique. It's like the story of the album is about like the main character or whatever, like some disc in their brain or whatever, and it's very like, oh, my brain's all messed up type of thing. It's weird. It's wacky. It's kind of goofy. It's fun though. It's really fun. It's just a fun album. I'm actually gonna go see them live later this year, so that's fun.
Nice.
Ooh.
Let's
But
go.
I hadn't gone to a concert in so long, so like, actually, I
It's
don't think
good.
I've ever gone to. I don't know why I said I haven't gone to one in so long. I've never gone to a concert before, so this is the first. So that's
You
fun.
should. You absolutely should.
And A Lonely Sinner from samlrc, it's very, very ambient at parts, but really like very emotionally heavy sounding. Some parts of it are a little hit or miss, but and on the whole, heavily distorted guitar at sections, that type of stuff. It's kind of similar. It has like influences of, and I know everyone uses the term shoegaze to describe everything now, but it has a little bit of shoegaze in it, like as a genre.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
That's
Are
like,
we boomers?
I
You
don't
heard, are we
know.
boomers now? Help.
I don't
yeah,
know.
you guys are boomers. No,
Tell us what that means.
shoegaze. Like, let me.
Can you explain what demure means?
Uh,
I don't need you to. It's a joke.
Okay.
I know
hold on.
words. I have the
Just,
best
like,
words.
Google shoegaze, not shoegaze, man. I just want to get a proper definition of what shoegaze is because I barely even know. It's a subgenre of Indian alternative rock characterized by its ethereal mixture of obscured vocals, guitar distortion, feedback, and overwhelming volume.
That sounds bad. That sounds like
It's
if
fun.
you replace. That sounds like if you took the same definition and changed the word up top to bad, it would still match up for me.
It's fun.
Can you read? Wait. Can you read it to me again? Because none of that sounded good.
Shoegaze, originally called shoegazing, is a subgenre of indie and alternative rock characterized by its ethereal mix of
Okay, that's okay.
obscured vocals,
And then it gets bad.
guitar distortions and effects, feedback, and overwhelming
Bad.
volume. It
Yep.
emerged in Ireland and the United Kingdom in the late 1980s among neo-psychedelic groups. So
Yeah, okay, because you'd need to be tripping balls to think that
Yeah.
sounded good. It's like very Mr. Bungle. Like,
well,
like,
I don't.
Oh, there
I'm
it is
not
again.
tripping
like-
balls, and I think it's good.
no, it's you're allowed to think it's good, but like they were tripping balls
Yeah.
and thought it was good and
Yeah.
created it. If they had not been tripping balls, there's a
Crazy, yeah.
high certainty, close to 100% that they wouldn't have fucking made it.
Yeah,
But come on.
for sure. Yeah, but it's good. It's good. It's a good album. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a fan.
That's
Nice.
cool. I'm going to look that up because I've never. I'll either like it or I'll hate it, but I'll look it up because
All three of those. Listen to all three.
yeah.
And tell me
Because
either
if
how
you-
much you like them or hate them.
If you ask someone, their top 3 or whatever recommends,
It's
they're not
hard.
gonna give us. They're not gonna give it like super shit. Like, there's a reason why they
Yeah.
recommended them, so I'm gonna give them a try for sure.
Yeah. They all kind of
Yeah.
resonated with me in some way. They're all
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Fuck.
I literally like if you pointed a gun to my head, I couldn't name 3 albums right now.
You got to work on that. It's fun.
Yeah. Shit. Albums
No,
I don't know
no,
much,
no.
but
My like what I listen to will change dramatically just within the span of a year or a few months.
Yeah.
Not any like more like flowy than that, but like I could be like super heavy into lounge music for a while, just love it. And then like it depends. Like sometimes like I'm cleaning up, doing something. There's like a very particular like album. I'm gonna put that on. Maybe it's rap, even though I'm listening to something else.
Yeah.
Go into metal sometimes. I think metal's not hard enough. I go into technical metal, and that's great. And sometimes I listen to metal. I'm like, metal's a little hard for me right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna take it easy for a little while. So like at any given point, those 3 are always changing, and I've struggled with this a lot where there's a lot of music that I like that I can't remember,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
trying to re-find or rediscover that music is really, really, really hard. I find some, and every time I find it, it's great, and I save it and whatnot. But like, there's a lot of music I do like.
Well, before we get to the good keyboard friend segment, I will list 4 quick ones from me. It's hard for me album wise, but just 4 artists and maybe albums that really resonated for me were the first was Bob Marley, because I was never into music until I got into Bob Marley. And the funniest thing, because my dad got me into Bob Marley, and I was like, I don't want to listen to Bob Marley. I want to listen to reggae, because I didn't know Bob Marley was like, I didn't know the difference between like genre and stuff. I thought Bob Marley was just like some weird white guy. Obviously not. But yeah, that's what started me on my music journey. And then Weird Al. Weird Al was a huge one, because I used to love rapping and like singing parodies. I got into trouble in high school because I made a parody of Soulja Boy, and I made it super Asian. And I think if I rap it out loud, we're all gonna get canceled. So I'm not gonna do it.
No, it's okay. It's good. We want to be canceled.
Yeah, there you go.
we're in a post cancellation society now where you already want to be canceled.
It's beneficial to get canceled, dude. It gives you attention.
Yeah, I got 30K views on that shit. It was called Asian to Go, because we had this food in high school called Asian to Go. So I was like, rapping to that. But and then I would say Explosions in the Sky as a band, because they're super emotional, but also like very upbeat. So, if I'm feeling sad or melancholy, listen to that. If I want something upbeat, listen to that.
Yeah.
And then I guess last would be the album Up From Below from Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, because I'm a big folk guy.
What is it's folk.
It's like hippie. It's like hippie music. Everybody knows their song Home. What's it? Fuck, I can't even remember the the lyrics, even though I said that everybody knows it. Home is Whenever I'm With You, that song. But they had really good songs on that Up From Below album. Like they're super like dancey, hippie type shit.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And I got into it when I was a Mormon in BYU, Idaho. Like my roommate got me into it. Even though we couldn't smoke music or anything. Yeah.
Imagine listening to folk music and not being able to smoke weed. And people say this isn't hell.
Oh man.
Hold on, that was my I think you might have heard the other alarm. That was my actually you should go to bed alarm. So like I have 2 alarms, one that is like you should go to bed, and then one that's like telling me to go to bed.
Go to bed.
Anyways, one last album recommendation from me.
Yeah.
And this is most of you listening to this will probably hate it, but at least one person will love it. There's this album that just came out like 5 days ago from a duo called Door Eater. And it's called Try from Door Eater. If you want some weird emo trans women screaming, you'd like it. But it might be for you, it might not. One person's gonna have their music life changed, everyone else is gonna hate it. But yeah, that's the last recommendation.
Dude. Yeah. No, that's awesome. It's so cool. It's so cool. Like we were talking about with Binge. Every now and then you might not be able to have enough time to listen to music, but when you're able to, and you're able to, get back into the flow of things, music is so impactful in our lives. It's fucking awesome. And just like being a good keyboard friend. Small segue.
That was good.
But how? I'm curious, Simon. How do people nominate good keyboard friends? Do you know how?
That is a really, really good question. So, I mean, we thought about this and we were like, it'd be really nice if we had a cool domain name. So we found the coolest domain name of all time, which is hugemeatbox.com. Huge as in large, meat as in savory meats, and box as in what's in the box.com. If you go to that website, you'll actually find links to like everything you need for the podcast, the YouTube, the whatever, like wherever you want to be. You're chilling, all right? But if you want to nominate somebody, and you absolutely should nominate somebody, because come on, I've got good keyboard friends in my life. We've all got good keyboard friends in our life. But if we keep telling you ours, eventually we're going to run out. Okay, so we're going to need some. So we're going to need you to go to hugemeatbox.com/nominee or hugemeatbox.com/nominate, whatever you want. And there's a three box Google form in there. You don't have to be signed in. You don't have to do anything. You put in who you are, who you're nominating, and why you want to nominate them. And if you're lucky, we might shout them out on the Good Keyboard Friends podcast.
Hell yeah. We got a bunch of them. And by a bunch, I mean like 3. But still, that's a bunch.
We're
of
blowing
up. We're blowing up.
Knows at the same time.
Everybody knows.
We're blowing up.
Blown up. Hubert, you're a fucking idiot. We're not blowing up. No. For some reason, that Spider-Man episode with KAILH blew up, but maybe that's because I put Spider-Man in the thingy.
True. The title of this one should just be
we
like...
accidentally got all the 3-year-olds.
Yeah. When you upload this, just title it like Spider-Man,
Superman.
Elsa, Spider-Man pregnant, or whatever the spam like videos are. And we'll just from now on, just have every episode, like name it like that.
That's so bad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I want to do it. Well, here's the hosts, the co-hosts, Good Keyboard Friend of the Week nomination, and then I'll hand it off to Remi. But I will read this here. It's from Anonymous. So, again, you don't have to put your name.
Yep, totally fun.
They are nominating Therm. And it says, helps people with PCBs and makes cool Alices. Most recently, did PCBs for Therm and Patty / no numbers, which we'll have in August on this podcast. Also, how do you scroll? Also, the unmatched #1 Alice enjoyer. So, Anon, thank you for nominating Therm. I don't know who Therm is.
I also don't. Maybe we'll find out.
But we'll find out. Yeah. So thank you for that nomination. Unless Simon has anybody, I'll pass it on to Remi. But yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna kiss this alligator in place of my nomination, and I think people are gonna prefer that. So.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, the audio listeners, please tune in for that. Yeah.
Anyways, my Good Keyboard Friend, I actually asked the person if they were cool with it, but because they just made a Discord. From the Rukia Works keyboard server, there was a user who goes by Pickle.
Okay.
And I have interacted with this person maybe 3 or 4 times, but they're brand new designer and they have a Discord now. And so I don't know, go maybe Hubert, maybe you could put a link to their Discord in the description or something. Just little shout out, get some attention, because it's good to support new designers.
Yeah.
Is the Rukia server the server that's full of weebs?
A lot of weebs. Very very weeb heavy.
And is this individual a large weeb, perhaps?
I have no idea.
Okay, that means they're probably not then. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Rukia will be on.
I'm not a weeb.
Rukia will be on.
Oh,
on a future episode.
we can tell.
Yeah.
You didn't say wait, where's the button?
Oh well.
1 second.
Me when I anime waifu. Peak. Truly. Yeah.
The funny thing is, I didn't say it any higher than normal. I literally went, ooh.
Oh, God.
It's awesome. Yeah. Huge weeb. I'm actually not a weeb. I saw a couple. I don't know. Yeah, not a weeb, but I am in the Rukia server, which has a lot of weebs, I think. I don't know, dude. I don't know, but yeah, go join the Pickle server. Go say hi to Pickle. Look at the 3 TKLs designing. I don't know, dude.
Fuck yeah. Well,
yeah.
Well, thank you, Therm. Thank you, Pickle. Rukia, we're gonna have Rukia on in a couple of weeks, so we'll ask. We will ask if Rukia is a weeb or not. There's a Final Fantasy 14 picture. So maybe that doesn't mean I like Final Fantasy 14.
Sure. I mean, no, you're Asian. You can't be a weeb if you're Asian. That's the whole definition of weeb, right?
I guess.
Yeah, it's like being like way too overly into the culture and making it your entire personality, even though you're, not Asian. That's what being a weeb is. If you like anime and you're Japanese, that's fine. It's literally made for you.
All right.
The closest I got to being a weeb was like, when I was like 14 and I saw just like 30 or so just trash tier anime.
Yeah.
Oh, feels bad.
And then I became a sentient human being and stopped watching trash tier anime. And then I just stopped watching anime.
Okay, so
Fair.
wait. Okay, so in between those two things, you watched the god tier anime. Okay, let's go.
What? No.
What are the good what are the good animes? There are good animes. I know good animes. There are good animes that can exist. It's fine.
I think I could name maybe like I can name Pokemon. I can't name a single other anime I've seen. Like in my
That's fine. Okay, but you watched Pokemon. It was watchable.
I love Pokemon.
Right?
Yeah.
I still
There
love
we go.
Pokemon.
There we fucking go.
And I like Final Fantasy 14, which would be closer to weeb than non-weeb. So
There we go.
Okay.
The truth comes out.
Damn.
yeah,
We got him, lads.
I'm actually
We
secretly
fucking got
a
'em.
huge weeb, and I've seen every single anime.
We are all secretly the
I've
biggest
seen
weebs,
every
especially Hubert, okay?
Yeah.
He wasn't Asian at all.
Yeah.
It was all a lie.
Imagine if I just ripped my face off and I'm just like this white guy.
He's been secretly Australian this whole fucking time. Where do you
Oi!
think the alligator came from?
Oi! I'm from bloody Adelaide.
I think you just like offended like 6 countries with that one.
No. That is evidence. That is evidence because he nailed
Oh my god.
he nailed sounding like not Australian.
True.
Crikey, mate.
Yeah.
You see?
Dude, he's got it. Oh,
Oh,
my
fuck,
god.
right?
Well, before I piss off any other ethnicities or nationalities, we want to thank Remi for being on the podcast today.
Thank you, Remi.
We will have Remi on again in the future because I know
Yes.
James and Tangus want to talk
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. Like we always say, it's how you use your time, and
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate you using your time to hang out with us. So,
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
For everyone
Okay.
listening, go listen to Björk Vespertine if you haven't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And before we clock off with this, I am going to tell one tiny story and then immediately end the fucking podcast.
Oh,
God.
So, while me and Kate were having dinner right before this podcast, I looked at my calendar and I was like, "Oh, okay, we have Remi on." It's like, "You have Remi? Isn't that the name of the rat from Ratatoullie?" I'm like, "No, that's the name of the guy from Ratatoullie." And she looks it up. She's like, "No, the rat's name is come on, it's called Ratatoullie."
Yeah.
And at that very moment, after having watched Ratatoullie like 4 times in my life, I realized Ratatoullie. He's a rat. Goodbye, guys.
Oh my god. Dude, that's your first time?